Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabio for Explain America, and we have our first Democrat in the 2028 presidential race, and I think it's probably not somebody you expected. Guys, before we start, please make sure, if you're not already doing it, watch us at youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. Hit subscribe absolutely free, and like, comment, and share on these videos. It really helps us out. Is it going to be Cory Booker? Is Cory Booker going to be the first person to declare for president of the United States? I mean, he gave that 25-hour speech, I think it was, about nothing. Sat there filibustering absolutely nothing. There was no legislation on the floor, nothing to debate. He just talked. He just talked. Don't know if anybody listened. I wouldn't listen to Cory Booker for 25 minutes. But I'm from New Jersey, and I've had plenty of Cory Booker. But no, it wasn't Cory Booker that declared first, and it wasn't Governor Gretchen Whitmer. It wasn't Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. It wasn't even California Governor Gavin Newsom. They got a pretty thin bench in the Democrat Party. So thin, in fact, that they don't believe any of those people can win. And so that's why people are begging this man to run for president. And he said, hey, I have no choice. I have to do it. That's what he said today. That man is sports commentator Stephen A. Smith. By the way, a pretty smart guy. He's not just a sports commentator. He talks about current affairs and things of that nature, but he's a Democrat through and through. He's just not a crazy one, which I think would hurt him in the primaries, because in order to win a primary, you got to be pretty crazy on the Democrat side, unless they use super delegates, and I don't think they're going to use that to help Stephen A. Smith. They pretty much rig it on the Democrat side of the primary, honestly. That's how you get candidates nobody likes. That's pretty much how they do things. But Stephen A. Smith, that one kind of shocked me. I want you to hear his announcement here and let me know what you think in the comments.
You think?
Listen, I have no choice, because I've had elected officials, and I'm not going to give their names, elected officials coming up to me. I've had folks who are pundits come up to me. I've had folks that got a lot of money, billionaires and others, that have talked to me about exploratory committees and things of that nature. I'm not a politician. I've never had a desire to be a politician. I just signed a contract extension with ESPN. I am very, very
pretty
happy
good one, too,
with my day job. I'm very happy with my boss. This is a pretty damn good one. Just right. It's a pretty damn good contract. I couldn't be happier. But here's the reality. People have walked up to me, including my own pastor, for crying out loud, who has said to me, you don't know what God has planned for you. At least show the respect to the people who believe in you, who respect you, who believe that you can make a difference in this country, to leave the door open for any possibilities 2 to 3 years down the line. And that's what I've decided to do. But again, whether it's Governor Westmore, who I know, or Governor Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania, who I know, Andrew Cuomo, who I had the pleasure of interviewing, who's trying to get back in things and be the next mayor of New York, etc. I see a lot of people that obviously and clearly are more qualified than me. But in the same breath, when you think about what Trump is getting away with, when you think about what you brought up about Steve Bannon, who's trying to be slick because he's looking at a non-political individual like myself, looking at me as a populist. But you better be careful what you ask for, because some of the stuff that Trump and the right has been trying to get away with, like circumventing the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution, talking about how there could be a third term. Excuse me, be careful what you wish for, because if any GOP member, if any Republican supports that, I don't want to hear a word out of their mouth ever again about the following the Constitution, the Constitution. That's what they've been living off for years. And then you're talking about circumventing the 22nd Amendment, and you think that's cool? No way. That's not something that we should stand for. So I would hope somebody else would step up that's more qualified than me. But if it has to come down to me, it is something I would consider. Yes, I would, because I don't mind the thought of tussling with these folks at all, on the left or the right. All of them disgust me, to be quite honest with you.